Containers can do wonders for your home's curb appeal, and today we're going to show you how to make the most of every view. You won't want to miss it, so stay tuned as we garden smart. Whether you're gardening a sprawling estate or a busy city townhouse, containers are a great choice for adding interest and pops of color to create a grand entryway. Today we visit a newly purchased home where garden designer Pamela Crawford has endeavored to add interest and beauty wherever possible. There are so many neat ways to crank up your curb appeal, and today Pamela is going to show us how to think outside the box to get amazing results. Pamela, it's great to see you again, and what a wonderful home.
Thank you. It's my home in the woods.
You've done so much work, and for myself as well, you know, in the last year, I bought a new place and have had the incredible joy of starting a new garden. It can seem a little overwhelming, but for me, it's an opportunity to look at everything as more or less a clean slate, and sometimes just starting from scratch on something really gets the creative juices flowing, and it allows you to do something that is really a true expression of your own creativity, and that's what you've done here. You've really changed things.
I have, and I've kept it in the look of what I think a woodland should look like.
Right.
The house originally did not have the wood trim, so I thought, okay, woodland, I'm going to go with stone. Then after I got the estimate and picked myself up off the floor for the stone, I said, no, we're going to go with cedar. I'd worked with cedar a lot in my landscape architecture career. I'd done a lot of lattice, I've done a lot of trellises, that type of thing. So it just seemed like to dress up the garage, I would use a trellis and then use planters, which I do all the time in my work, and then to dress up the columns to make them chunky and large. The large lattice is something I've used a lot for the purpose of having a backdrop to attach containers to. As you know, I write books about container gardens, and it gives me a lot more space so that I can test plants, see how they do, and write about the ones that work well and the ones that die along the way.
So it was a very attractive home when you bought it, but the changes, I think, really made the place so much warmer, and also I think connected it to its place. You
A
know,
sense of place, yes.
Right, right. It did make it feel like it's a home in the mountains or a home in the woods. And so, from a curb appeal standpoint, you know, when I pulled up today and saw your house, I was like, wow, it's a huge difference. And so there's so many wonderful elements that you've put in here. Just give us a quick overview, and then we're going to take it up close and personal look at each one of them.
I did not do this the way that I did for clients. When I was working with clients, we always had a plan.
Right.
We had the plan go like this. With this one, I wanted to do it piece by piece because I had the luxury of doing that. So I did the columns first, had them made, and then stood back and looked at them and said they look like they're disjointed. So then I had the lattice put in the middle. Then I had the deck. The deck had been 3 materials.
Okay.
It had been a little wood deck up by the front door, and then a concrete slab, and then an asphalt slab that went from there out to the driveway. I just made all that one big deck. And then I looked back at it and thought the garage looked very plain. I put the trellis above the garage. Then I looked at it and thought, gosh, wouldn't it be pretty if it had some pots around the garage doors? And I did that, and I added new lights, and that was it. It really turned out well.